What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest of cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shan Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And LaVon Maynard.
Welcome to the show.
What is going on? So, welcome to another week. Definitely tune in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, Monday, we discussed Gmail hack, Skyscraped, Skyscrape. That could be a movie.
I think it's Hyperscrape, right?
Like, Hyperscrape. There it is. Yeah. Any way I could possibly mess it up, I did. Tuesday, we discussed the DoorDash data breach. So definitely tune in for that one. And then Wednesday, we had a discussion involving the ex-security chief of Twitter and how his whistleblowing complaint has shed light on a lot of what could potentially be cybersecurity incidents and just nonsense. So definitely tune in for that one in our discussion. No Ask Us SP this week, but definitely the weekly rundown of why I saw the content and things of that nature. I can't remember any of it off the top of my head, so I'm gonna let y'all talk first as usual, so I can remember what I watched throughout the week. But definitely, I got a lot of stuff when it came to movies and TV shows and things of that nature, but no games. But what about you guys? How was your week?
Yeah, mine was pretty good. I got to check out some content. I got to play. I played some Hollow Knight as well as some Horizon Forbidden West. And if you don't know Hollow Knight's like it's kind of like a Metroid style game. You're kind of going jumping around the level, trying to like I guess kind of like a dungeon crawler type thing. I guess I don't know if you call that genre, but it's pretty cool. I kind of started playing it, kind of got hooked on it. But I'm also kind of going back and forth between that and Horizon Forbidden West on the PS5. But that's pretty much been on my gaming. But I checked out some flicks this past week. I saw The Samaritan on Prime Video. Okay. That's a new one with
so that's Stallone, right?
Yeah.
I saw the preview. I didn't think it was out yet. Okay.
Yeah. It just came out maybe 2 days ago, one day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it just came out just a couple of days ago. It's just okay. It's like maybe not even maybe it might be below okay. It's kind of corny, but I don't know. It's some people may like that. It's like I don't know. It's pretty typical. I kind of guessed what was going to happen at the end too. It's like, okay. But it's okay. You know, it's something you can watch like while you're doing other things type movie.
So I'll tell you why that probably is, right? Is because he got 3 movies out of the Expendables. If you think back on it, the Expendables is not really that great, right?
Right.
It's another one. It's another one coming out.
Are you serious? There's like a 4th one?
Yes, there's a 4th one coming.
I think that's probably why, because he produced The Samaritan, right? Like I think it's one of the ones
so.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It probably
I saw him in the credits. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's one of those things where he was like, "Hey, I did it with Expendables, so I think I can make it happen again." But like, Expendables had the nostalgia, right? It's like, oh man, West Sly, Schwarzenegger shows up, Willis shows up, Ivan Drago. His name's escaping me. What's his name?
It's always gonna be Ivan Drago.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren, yeah, he'll always be.
But, yeah, isn't he a physicist? I think he's in real life.
He's like some type of rocket scientist, or
yeah,
he's like something very smart. I'm like, wow.
Some people get all the things, man. Like, so he's a giant of a man with a crazy physique, and he's brilliant. It's not fair,
right?
Yeah,
right.
That's what's up.
But it was so is what you were saying though.
Yeah, it's barely. Yeah, it's maybe barely so. It's not that great. It's there's definitely plenty of other like superhero movies out there that are much better than that. But give him a golf clap for trying. He try his best to make a decent film.
Right.
But and I think like you mentioned before too. He's getting old. It's like you can see it. You can see in his. They try to make him look. I don't know. Not necessarily make him look young, but just him as an actor, just kind of like, I think back when he was at Rocky, the Rocky ages, and he was, in his prime or whatever. and maybe he's just not as like, I don't know, maybe he's not made for certain roles. Like, I don't know. Maybe you have to see it to kind of get a taste of it. But besides that, I watched the new House of the Dragon. It's like the Game of Thrones like spinoff or prequel.
Which was
good.
Think?
I thought it was good.
I thought it
was entertaining. I mean, it's definitely had like a scene in there. I've heard people talking about it beforehand, and I see why they were talking about it. And it's pretty intense.
Okay.
I'm going to
check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. So I tried to check it out last night because I was like, okay, we might talk about it today. I got through the intro and I fell asleep. Not because it was boring. I was just tired. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to start this movie at 10:30. Nah,
right.
Man. Or this TV show at 10:30. Nah, the way my body's set up, that's not the time to start something.
Right.
But I did say I was not gonna watch it because of season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones. I was gonna boycott this one, but everybody's talking about it. I'm like, the FOMO.
Right.
The FOMO. Right. So I'll watch it. I'll concede.
Yeah. I think it's good so far. I think from what I've heard, I think on the web, I think other people are enjoying it so far too. And it looks like they're kind of building things up to, have their kind of saga of like, I don't know, they're building up the drama between the characters, and
gotcha.
You kind of see where things are starting to go. And then I think they even do like at the end of the episode, they say like, was it this? Well, I might be mixing up shows, but I think they do like a little like up next on next episode, this kind of stuff happens. So they're kind of hyping it up. But I also saw Beast. I'm not sure if I talked about this last week or not, but I don't think I did. But Beast with
oh yeah, you did. You said it was okay.
Yeah, it's pretty typical. Like kind of like, I don't know, run away from a creature type movie, Jurassic Park or some other type movies like that, where the guy's just trying to like avoid some creature that's running around, or like maybe like a Jaws or something like that. Right. But it's pretty typical. It's entertaining enough. I wouldn't like go out my way to watch it. I watch it like on free TV or on a stream or something like that. It had a couple like maybe jump scares, like things were kind of everything's just all calm and all of a sudden something jumps out of nowhere. But I didn't get scared because I'm a tough man, but I see other people, they probably might jump out their seat a little bit. But
right.
It was pretty good. And then I watched this actually a couple, like before our last podcast, but I forgot to mention it. But I watched Lightyear on Disney, the one with Buzz Lightyear, his movie, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was actually a really good a good movie. It's like I give it like a B or something like that, B plus.
Gotcha.
But maybe it's like an A minus, something like that. But I think it's really good because I heard it didn't do that well in the theater and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it made much money.
Right.
But I think that was other factors. I think I think I don't know if it got like advertised that well as people were just like, it didn't have a big buzz behind it before it like released. I don't think a lot of people were like dying to go to the theater to see it.
So I think what it is with that, Levon, though, is that people were expecting, what's his name, Tim Allen. You know what I mean? That's
right, the voice actor.
Like,
yeah,
this is based off the real person that for movie's sake, right? The real person that the toy is based off of, right? So
right,
actually the Buzz Lightyear in the Pixar universe that the toy is based off of. So people were like, "Oh, it's not going to be Tim Allen. Like, I'm not going to watch that. It's not going to be." You know what I mean? So that might have something to do with it. But the voice actor was Chris Evans or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Chris Evans.
Yeah. So it's like it's Captain America. You know what I mean?
Right. That's probably the best replacement you could find. Really, it's not gonna be Tim Allen. That's the next best thing, I think. But it was good. I mean, I was independent. Me and the wife watched it together, and we both enjoyed it. And then watched Primal today. Like the most recent episode, it was off the chain. I was like, dang, Shannon's missing out. I know you couldn't get into it.
I tried, man. Like there's no dialogue.
Yeah, it doesn't need dialogue. It's all grunts. Like grunts and
grunts and screams.
Like, oh, over there, no, oh, right there. But it's getting intense, and some stuff I was like, oh man, I didn't expect this kind of stuff to happen, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, I won't reveal anything, but been watching that, and then just a couple of things. Watching Harley Quinn, it's been pretty good. Not as good as maybe the first couple seasons, but still enjoying it. Still pretty funny.
I'm with you on that. So like you started watching it before I did. You said the same thing, and I was like, well, I don't know, man. Like the first 2 seasons pretty good. Like if they keep with that, but you were dead on, man. Like it's just, I don't know. It doesn't have that same type of. I don't know.
It isn't. Not as much, the panaz, or what do you want to call it? Like isn't like catch me as much as it used to. Like I'm not like on the edge of my seat waiting for the next episode kind of thing.
Right.
I could just I just watch it casually now. It's not so much like, oh man, I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode type thing. But yeah, I've been watching that.
It feels like they toned it down a little bit. That's what it feels like. Like it's not like, because I started watching season 1 again, and it's a lot more raunchy and violent than current seasons.
Yeah, you're
because
probably
even
right.
the last episode, like it wasn't. Well, no, the very last. Yeah, there was. Did you see the latest episode with the?
But I'm trying to remember
the Mad Hatter.
I did not watch that one. The last one I saw was
maybe I didn't see that one.
Killing Vote with Joker. That's the last one I saw.
Yeah. So it's it comes out every Thursday. So I watch them usually on Saturdays or Sundays. So there's another episode. This one is, it has they're back, right? So it's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy as the main characters of this episode. But it's violent, but it's not as violent. I don't know. I can't really describe it, but this episode would be the most violent of season. What is it? 3?
3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it has King Shark go home for some reason, and then that was pretty funny. And then it has has some stuff with the Mad Hatter in it, which they take these B-side villains, and there's no holds bars. but still, like they have not topped season 1 or season 2 yet.
Yeah. I didn't watch that most recent episode with, because I remember King Shark or whatever, and him going in his what do you call it, his community, or his kingdom. And fighting with his brother or whatever. But for some reason I don't remember Mad Hatter. Maybe I just maybe I wasn't paying attention, but
it was like a B-side story. It was like, what's going on with these hats? You remember, like they kept showing people with these weird ass hats on. Yeah, and then I won't spoil it, but
I have to rewatch the episode. I don't remember the Mad Hatter part of it. But yeah, I got to rewatch that. But and the last thing I've been watching, actually my mom got me hooked on this, is I've been watching some Big Brother. I'm sure you guys have heard of it before. Big Brother is like a
the
reality show. Yeah, we got these people trapped in a house, and they play these games where they're essentially trying to decide who gets voted off, out the house, and people like form these alliances, and they kind of backstab each other, and then they play these little games inside the house to see who gets to become the head of household. Those are the people that get to vote or decide who's going to be up on the chopping block, and then people can get themselves off the chopping block, and then whoever is left on the chopping block gets voted off, depending on the people in the house decide who gets voted off. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a neat. This is the first time I really watched a season of Big Brother. I've heard of it before, but it's kind of interesting. It's a pretty interesting show. So I'm trying to watch this season just to see how everything plays out. But I think that's pretty much it for me. I'll turn it over to Shannon and see what you got for the podcast today.
Well, I'll tell you like this: I will not be watching House of Dragons or whatever it is, right? Because I had someone mislead me on Game of Thrones. He shall go.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
But you didn't like it from the jump, though.
You didn't even like the first episode.
That's not true. That's not true. I liked the first season, and I think it got less and less interesting to me from there, right? What I was gonna say was it was someone whose name rhymes with Tyen. I wasn't who misled me. No, it just
you were disappointed in the Red Wedding.
I was.
I was like, what? This show's not for you.
But no, it was no, it wasn't that it was disappointing. It was just expected, right? So like I think you
I did not expect
too
it.
much for
I
me.
did not. I did because I didn't expect it. I'm not.
People were
I'm
dying
not.
off
You
left and right.
Sherlock Holmes did on.
No, no.
I did not expect that to happen.
Ned did it in episode 9. Like in the
That's
first
true.
season.
But
So,
they
like,
but they
main
broke
characters-
bread. They broke bread. They did the salt. You can't do what they did after that. They broke the rules.
I don't
Right.
know, man. To me, I was just like, okay, yeah, I kind of expect something like this to happen. Like people are biting it left and right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, because I never watched past season 3 of the original series, or well, I don't want to say the original because it's the prequel, right? But of
Right.
Game of Thrones, to me, I can't see getting into it and enjoying it. I'll probably be like, I won't recognize any of these people's names, right? Like their last names, right? Because it's like 150 years before or whatever it is.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that won't be me. So yeah, but I did continue watching Harley Quinn, and I'm not too thrilled with it. Like when I watched it this week, I was like 3 episodes behind or something like that. Like I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like you, I was not excited to see it, Lavon. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I guess let me catch up on these. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And even then, I haven't watched the last one, so I guess probably sometime tomorrow I'll get into watch this last one or whatever. What else did I watch? This Fool on Hulu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that thing is funny. The last episode left a little something to be desired, but it was pretty funny. It's a funny series. I would suggest it. If you don't like it after the first episode, I mean that's the type of comedy it is going all the way through. So if you watch the first episode and you don't like it, it's just not for you. But yeah, it's funny to me. What else did I watch? I played a little bit of Madden. So I bought that last week. It's good. I don't play video games as often as I used to, so I just get a little bit of time on it, just to do a little bit. That was good. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead, Ryan. You probably watched it. I'll be like, oh yeah, I watched that too.
That's right. Maybe She-Hulk or something like that.
She-Hulk.
Right.
That's what
There it is. Yep.
She-Hulk. Yeah,
There
She-Hulk.
it is.
Yeah, watch She-Hulk. That was pretty funny. Yeah, because I was just like, wow, we're just gonna go down this road, huh? They did acknowledge some stuff that I didn't think they would, and I was just kind of like, okay, that's cool, you know. But
Yeah, it seems like this show might be a gateway to some other stuff, which I'm excited about because I didn't really get that from Miss Marvel, right? Like they talk about some things in Miss Marvel. They do a couple nods, and then obviously the end scene shows like what's going to happen with the character in the future. Like she's going to be in a movie, right? But this one just seems to have like constantly having like little Easter eggs, like with the ship. You know, they showed it again. I put that thumbnail where they actually acknowledge that there's a giant stone man sticking out of the ocean, which really bothered me. I don't know why I was so stuck on it, but I'm like, someone has seen it. A plane has flown past it. Like this thing is humongous. It was going to blow the entire planet up. That's how big it is. Someone please acknowledge this. And they did. And I'm like, okay. So I want more though. I want to see like yachts going towards it and people taking selfies on top of it. Like, yeah, I need you to acknowledge this thing exists in this universe. But they also dropped a little hint to Wolverine. Like that was the other article. It was like man what did it say? Like man attacks or man involved in bar fight with metal claws or something like that. So like dropping like little tiny things in there. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I'd hopefully expect to see something like maybe you don't get mutants off the rip, but you'll get something that alludes to either the Thunderbolts or someone else, like things in this show. And obviously we're all waiting for Daredevil. But I guess there's going to be more than 6 episodes, right? Because I was watching a breakdown show. New Rockstars does breakdowns on shows. And they were saying that the director said that episode 1 contained the origin story, like off the rip, which I appreciated, was going to be in episode 8. So I'm thinking it might be more than 6. Like it may be like at least 8 episodes to this show. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
That kind of makes sense though, because it's the shorter ones, right? So like when they were doing the 6 episodes, it's because you were getting close to an hour in each one, right? But this has been 38.
That's true. They're like 30 minutes,
I think.
Oh yeah, right.
On the last 2.
Yeah. So I think maybe it's like 6 or so hours of content.
Right.
Maybe that's what they go for. Oh, okay.
So remember, WandaVision was only like 30 minutes, and they did 9 episodes.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep,
that makes sense.
So that's good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think the CG it's fine, good in some respects, but I think more importantly, like the story is fun. Like I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to the episode where she picked the dude up when she picks him up like a baby. I can't wait for that to happen. But so yeah, so I watched She-Hulk, I watched Harley Quinn. It's not bad. It's just not like they off the rip. Like the first 2 seasons were just off the chain, and it feels like maybe they were told like, hey, you gotta calm it down a little bit. Like it's too violent.
So didn't they get? I thought I saw this somewhere. So the first 2 seasons were when they were with DC Online, right, or something like that, with Harley Quinn. But now, since HBO Max acquired Warner Brothers, really, they didn't acquire DC Online. DC Online was included. Maybe it's just a different team that's running.
Oh, maybe.
Right?
Maybe
something like that.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. I mean, it could be something because you could actually you can tell like they're pulling back a little bit, which is fine. But it's marathon the first 2 seasons and then picking up here. But I still like the characters, and I like what they're doing, where they don't mind just offing a B-side villain. It's like, well, this person doesn't exist anymore. So I'm like, okay.
Right.
But I need them. Maybe they need to bring Bane back. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Because he was the secret sauce. Because he was hilarious the first 2 seasons. I'm going to start Game of Thrones. Yeah, JB Smoove, more JB Smoove. But I'm going to start Game of Thrones today. So actually, I'm going to watch the first episode before I get too sleepy. What else did I watch? Man, there was something else that was like, oh, it's not that bad. It'll come back to me later. But I got some anime in, so I watched Classroom and Elite season 2 and Shield Hero season 2. Actually, both are pretty good. I paid for Crunchyroll. I've been doing free Crunchyroll with advertisements, but the only advertisement, they play the same one here 4 times in a row, every ad break. I finally could not take it. So I was like, here's your $7 to free me from this prison.
Right.
So now I pay for Crunchyroll.
Do you see where we are at now? Like this is where we are. This is the first world problems that we run into.
Yes.
Like, I can't see,
because I didn't want to give them $8. I didn't want to give them $8. I don't want to give it to them. I do not want to pay them $8 to remove the hellish advertisements that they place in there on purpose to drive me insane. But it literally played it 4 times. There's a 30-second ad. It plays it 4 times, back to back to back to back, and then you get content again. It is maddening. So I was like, here's your money. So
yeah. You always watch some animes I've like never heard of, or like I've really heard much on. You always catch like some of the
some of
them.
I don't mind the ones that are popular, like your Attack on Titans and whatnot, but usually the popular ones are the long ones. Like I don't want to watch 800 episodes of this, right? I want in and out. Like give me 1 season is perfect. 2 seasons is great. Once you start getting 3, like Attack on Titan's like 5, because they just won't end. Just keep saying the final season. You're like, no, man, just cut it off. Just end it. Like I like my anime to be short. So that's why I don't mess with DBZ anymore. I have not started One Piece, never will. And then like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I think it's like on like season 5 or something like that. No, thank you. Like give me 1, 2, 3. That's it. 3 max. And I got to start One Punch Man. So I didn't know One Punch Man season 2 is on Amazon. I was not aware of that. So because the first season I watched it was on Netflix, so I'm gonna go over there and watch it on Amazon because that was a good one.
When are they gonna come
That's
back
me.
with us? When did they come
Hmm?
back with a second season of Invincible? That one I really like.
Yes, it felt like taking forever, right? Yeah. I don't know how they top that. I really
I was
don't.
gonna
I
say,
don't know
I was
how.
about to say that too.
I,
Like, I know it's not gonna be as good as the first season. I mean, I'm already kind of like prepared for that.
right, right. The train scene and then the fight at the end. I don't know if you can. I don't know. They say that that's just the beginning of the comic.
Mhm.
They were like, there's so much more content. I'm just like, how do they go from there?
You might have a bunch of Viltrumites or Vildermites, whatever they are. They
Yeah,
might come start to wreck shop. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
right. But yeah, that train scene was like, oh, but I'm gonna rewatch it when season 2 um is near coming out. I'll rewatch season 1. And then I restarted Rick and Morty. So I'm on like season 1, episode 8 or something like that. So I'm going back through that and seeing like the show evolved. I didn't notice like watching it in real time how much they changed the show, because like the first couple episodes of Rick and Morty are not what we currently are experiencing. They're just like very neurotic, like like they they took out a lot of that. Just I don't know what to describe it as. It was just a lot. It was overwhelming. Like Rick was just overwhelming. Like he's just talking 1,000 miles per hour, saying the same stuff over and over again. And then now he's a more tight character. So I like the later episodes rather than the beginning.
Yeah, I remember that too. When it first started out, I remember, yeah, Rick just being like extra, like he just like randomly burping and like just really like gross, like just kind of like it wasn't really that funny to me when I first saw his character. I was like, oh, this is kind of too much. He's just trying to be like disgusting just to be disgusting or whatever. Like I guess that's kind of funny. But then it started like picking up and it started actually getting more, very funny. And then had the whole wall thing. And then I think, like you said, I think it started maturing a little bit as it went along. He became more of like, kind of a focused character. Like he can, he's not just like randomly outrageous.
Right.
Maybe I need
to still doing outrageous stuff though.
Yeah, it's still doing outrageous
like,
stuff. Yeah, I can't.
Like,
maybe it's not a great way to describe it, but
yeah.
just
No,
like,
I think it's perfect. But yeah, it's just like they made him a better character, but the stuff around him is still insane. Like this man out here, having sex with entire planets. Like,
right.
Show is wild. Show is wild. Definitely not for kids. But yeah, so I started that over in anticipation for the new season coming out. So I've just been doing a lot of. I rarely rewatch stuff, but I'm starting to do that a little bit more. I think I finished Cowboy Bebop again because I was watching that to compare it with the TV show. It's not getting renewed. And I was like, it's not bad. Like it's a good adaptation to an anime, but Netflix canned it. Same thing with Resident Evil. Like I showed you guys the thumbnail. Resident Evil has been canceled. It wasn't terrible. Like,
I was like, you weren't really feeling it though. Like you were like,
it wasn't terrible though. Like I could have did another season, but
I didn't like it too much.
I liked the cast. I was hoping to see more of that, right? Like just okay, like first season was just meh. So let's tighten up the story for the second season. Netflix was just like, nah. What second season?
Right.
So
that's right.
I am your manager.
My bike.
Yeah, I am your manager, B. You get.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But when it comes to games, I did not play anything. But my plan, I did play. So I played a couple more chapters of Far Cry 6. I need to sit down with it more. I've just been super busy. Because I like it a lot, and I don't want to forget the mechanics like a Horizon, right? Like Horizon, I put down so many times, I just couldn't pick it back up without restarting. So I need to get back on it probably today. Today's like my admin day, though. I got papers to grade, packages to board, and just stuff. Like all day is gonna be admin. Then obviously I need to get the episode together. But that's getting easier and easier. So, but then Monday, do it all over again. So I plan on going back to Primal. I stopped Primal at episode 5 of season 1 because I can't multitask. I can't build slides for class and watch Primal. It's not possible, like because there's no words. So
right.
At least with like in anime, I could put it on the English dubbed, which I know is Cardinal Sin, whatever. But I can take my eyes off the screen and I can do what I do and go back to the screen. You can't do that with Primal. Like you have no context, just grunting and screaming. That's what that show is.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, not to be any spoilers, but not that it's a spoiler, but there's some dialogue later in the series. Like it comes across people that actually have their own language. And then, then there's a kind of a random episode. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe you see when you get to the next season. But this is like an episode they put in there that doesn't really involve the actual main character, the caveman guy, and his dinosaur. Just like it's kind of like a little side story, but it's actually like it's like set in like England. But I guess it's kind of tied. It's kind of showing some primal like maybe how the primal instinct kind of evolved over time or something like that. But it's kind of interesting episode. They just popped in there, but it's actually it has dialogue in that one. But and then so that's pretty much what you can look forward to. There's a little bit of dialogue in the show.
All right, yeah, I'll definitely I'll at least try to watch one today, because I got to the episode with the vampire bats or whatever. So like he does run into a different type of human or whatever, but then the bats come in. So I was like, oh, okay, it's getting weird, but I like it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Gigantic bats are attacking these. They're not even Neanderthals. I don't know what they are, but they're like some branch of humanity that probably did not make it. So
right.
So I'm like, okay, it's interesting. But that's pretty much it for me, man. I just like I have 2 more weeks of class, and then a whole lot of getting ready to go back to the States. So it's about to turn to a roller coaster. I'm excited. And then a whole lot of PS5 gaming when I get back home. I say that, and then I never get to touch it, right? So but there's some games I'm looking forward to, like the Callisto project. I think comes out this year. Like very similar to Dead Space, and that was my jam. Like I really liked Dead Space as a game. So and then I get to play all the games I've been downloading from my PS5 library that I've not got a chance to play. I'm gonna jump on some Ghost of Tsushima, probably start Horizon again for the last time. And then just get ready for God of War. Excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. But it pretty much does it for this episode. Please continue to tune in throughout the week. Please like, share, subscribe. I do see that there are every week we get another 1 or 2 YouTube subscribers. My page gets followers on LinkedIn. We have pretty a steady state on Anchor. So if you just please share us with your nerdy friends and family, that'd be greatly appreciated. Because it's consistent. We get the same amount of people always watching or listening. But like to grow that base a little bit further, we're almost at 260 something episodes. So, I would like to have at least 10% growth by 300, right? That's what I'm going for. So definitely hit up your friends and family. Even share it with people who aren't nerds. Maybe they just enjoy it. But like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out all of our social media content that goes by our name. Give me up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Twitter, and TikTok. And you, Levon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at Levon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.
Take care.